as we move into the week of our solar eclipse and new moon in Aries on Monday, the 8th, and there's just newness on steroids, okay? So pay attention to what's being shown to you, right? What new things are being shown to you, even if you're afraid. I keep saying that. And be open to how things can be done differently. All right, so the new moon, solar eclipse, 2:21 p.m. As we move into Tuesday the 9th, the moon will move into Taurus in the morning of Tuesday the 9th, and it will be square Pluto. So Venus is like your money, Pluto's other people's money. There's a square going on. It's Mercury retrograde.
Some people are going to make a lot of money.
Some people are going to make...
With all this energy, there's like so much opportunity for some massive success.
Yes, but there's also a huge opportunity to waste a ton of money.
Yes.
On the Tuesday the 9th. So be aware of that. We already know that we don't want to make big financial moves that just come up out of the blue, especially on Tuesday the 9th. Okay.
And that can include a lot of little things that don't cost a lot, that add to a lot instead of one big expensive thing.
Heck yeah. Yep. Yeah. All right. Then Wednesday the 10th, we move in. We'll have 3 planets in Taurus on Wednesday the 10th because the moon will be there along with Uranus and along with Jupiter. Okay. So we have 3 planets in Aries, 3 planets in Pisces, 3 planets in Taurus, all stretched together. All there, right?
I feel like a lot of stubborn energy that day. A lot of leaders like having their own thought processes, and they're not going to change their mind because Aries is the leader and Taurus is the bull. So
Aries likes to be the leader.
Yeah.
And Taurus and Aries is a cardinal sign, right? So it's like the energy it takes to push forward the winter energy. Then Taurus is this fixed sign, and they got Pisces there that's mutable. So it's kind of an interesting consolidation of energy. So on Wednesday the 10th, I wrote down to enjoy the simple pleasures. All right? So we can keep it simple.
Our brains went like such different ways. I was like, that'd be such a great time for a really intense business meeting.
Ooh.
Like to sit everybody down and just get to it.
Ooh.
Like it might be intense, but you'll get so much out of it, I think.
Maybe, but there may be some endings of things too. Yeah. And those who aren't on board for newness, you are certainly going to see their reaction.
Yeah, you're going to get a lot of clarity on people's positions.
Yes, I agree with that completely. Yeah. But it's going to be revisited, so.
And people's values, because Taurus rules values.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So then we move into the 11th, and we'll have the moon moving into Gemini right around 9 a.m. The moon will be trine Pluto, and Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So this is going to be interesting. So we know it's going to be, we're going to want to speak because Mercury, Gemini, I'm a Gemini moon, mile a minute, right? You have a whole bunch of stuff in Gemini. You're always singing or talking or...
We chat. Yeah. We chat. Yeah.
We're chatters, writers, communicators. So there's going to be a wanting to communicate. You just have to remember that this will not be the last time this conversation will be had. Okay. So Friday the 12th, we'll continue with the moon in Gemini. It's going to be square Mars, which is interesting because Mars is the ruler of all those Aries planets. It's going to be square Mars and Saturn. The sun will be square Pluto. Interesting. So we'll definitely see what needs to change. Go slow on Friday the 12th. Enjoy a good book or a movie. Just be social, but keep it simple.
See, I don't want to like go against your thoughts, but that to me just feels like, again, like if you have these squares with like, you said Mars and what was the other sign?
Moon
Saturn?
square Mars and Saturn, and then the sun square Pluto.
Like that is so much intensity. And I think we often differ on this, that like sometimes when it's intense, it's like, don't feed into that too much because you don't want to get burned. But sometimes it's like, if you have a moment that isn't going to be solved without intensity, be in your power position and lead that moment. I think like it can go so many different ways. Like everybody's going to have a different reaction. It depends on where all this hits your own personal chart. Me as someone with Gemini, I'm going to want to like probably like go off and handle like be emailing and in communications with people, whereas someone else with a different chart might need more of that, like, okay, I need to not deal with confrontation in the moment.
So in some ways I could say I agree with both of us, because it's going to be one feeling or the other. Yeah. Right. So if it feels like things are intense and you don't want to speak up right now, then you should take a step back and go a little slower. But if you feel charged by all of this going on, and there's things that have been lingering around or have been said before, then this may be the time to revisit that. But knowing that whenever we have squares, right, they can be headbutting, or they can be like the zesting or the nail filing, right?
Yeah. Like if you have a really close friend or family member that you're having a small problem with and it's going to make it worse, don't say something. Yeah. But if you have like someone being a problem that you want to solve your situation, or you have some passionate project that you want to put your energy into and your action into, then that's a great time for that.
I think it's a great day for you to write a song. Can you plan those kind of things?
We'll reflect back on that.
Yeah. Can you plan that? Can you take note of what days you write songs? And
occasionally, it's an occasionally able to be planned situation, and most of the time not.
Or maybe an old song that you revisit during retrograde.
Have a few of those.
You got a few of those. All right. Yeah. So then we move into the weekend. 13th, we have the moon in Gemini till like 1:45 in the afternoon. The moon is going to be square Neptune, and the sun will still be square Pluto as we move into this watery weekend. Now, I guess we have a couple planets in water signs. We do have a couple planets in Pisces. We have no activity really in the sign of Cancer. So this is a great time to nurture yourself. Its emotions may run high because everything's running high. And Cancer in general is a feeler.
Yeah. I feel like go out to brunch with your bestie. Like that's what I feel. It's like have that little like loving little connection, having the Gemini energy still coming in the morning, like
on Saturday. Yeah,
having that interaction with a friend, because Gemini's all about friends, but as it moves into Cancer is like about your heart and feeling good and that loving connection that you share with people. And food. It's very connected to food.
Yeah, you're right. So brunch is a great thing. So go to Saturday brunch on Saturday the 13th. And then Sunday, when the moon forms a square with Mercury and Venus, and the sun is still square Pluto, I would say this is a great time to take care of matters of the home. Like maybe you want to do some yard work, but
some spring cleaning
and just freshening up, and but no major heart-to-heart conversations with the square with Mercury and Venus. Probably not the time, but a great time to show up to someone's house bearing flowers.
Yeah, freshness. Get your garden going. I don't know what the frost dates are looking like in comparison to the week, but if you have like a vegetable garden or a flower garden, like getting everything prepped and ready or planted for what's able to handle the weather.
Because Cancer rules the home, and it rules all those comfy creature comforts of the home.
Do some remodeling. Paint some walls.
Yeah, with square Pluto. Yeah, sun square Pluto. Pluto loves to do construction, right?
We have some construction projects to start doing ourselves too.
So maybe you go pick out a few paint colors on Sunday the 14th and
do some swatches.
Yeah, have fun with it. All right, let's pick a couple cards for this big week ahead here, this week of the solar eclipse. I'm going to start while you're still shuffling. I got the Sun card here from the Green Witch. And so we're talking about a solar eclipse. We're talking the sun, Leo, and the chart for that day was a Leo rising. So this is about clarity, seeing clearly. I like that it looks like everybody took a lunch break or something, right? Kind of.
It's like Europe when everybody closes like all
Yes,
together
yes,
to go
yeah.
eat.
Yeah, going and putting down the work, putting down the labor, enjoying these rare moments, getting a chance maybe not to be like everybody says, don't drive on the solar eclipse, right? Getting to like take that break and go check out something that's different, okay? And then I have the 10 of Cups, and they're kind of savoring the moment, the joy. This is traditionally called the happy family card. And so, with some of that watery weekend with the moon in Cancer and having a few planets in Pisces, my cards are just showing like, enjoy it.
So you went from last week having the 10 of Pentacles, right? Was that?
I
Yeah, to
did.
the 10 of Cups.
To the
So that's
10 of
really
Cups.
great. Yeah.
Out of tens. And then really, this is card 19, which 1 and 9 is 10.
Yeah.
So I
had a 10 before.
Yeah, you had a 10. So there's like
a lot of ones.
Endings, new beginnings. We know it's new energy, but we have to embrace what has to end. And it's not always easy, and it's not always the things that we want it to be. And we might be surprised. And that's why we need that downtime to kind of absorb and catch up. Okay, what do you have?
I have great cards.
Ooh.
I have the Fool and the Empress.
Lovely.
And it just feels like just take those steps, take those leaps. Aries doesn't want to have to think that much. He's not thinking before he steps off this cliff, but it works for him. Obviously, I'm not saying don't think before you take all your actions in real life. This is a little bit more tricky of a situation, but it's just like go take that action, that path you wanted to start traveling down. Take yourself there. And with the Empress too, like this week feels really great to me. Like this week feels so in your power. I feel like you have so much opportunity for like business success and all sorts of it, like friendships, family, everything. I think it's about setting boundaries. There's a lot of boundaries to be set with people, but when you set the right boundaries with people this week, it's going to like flourish your life in every way. You're going to feel so much better and just like in your element, really comfortable and happy and taken care of.
Yeah, and like she's the green witch there, isn't she? Like she's being herself. She's being her true nature.
And this is Taurus with a prominent Taurus energy this week too. It's like there's the bull.
Yeah.
It's just like be a little stubborn, be a little grounded in your thoughts and stand by what you believe and stick with that. Don't let other people make you think other thoughts, like change your mind if you really believe what you are thinking. Don't change.
Yeah, because life is a solo journey no matter what relationships you are in. This is the first sign of the zodiac. We're in a fresh zodiac year.
Solo journey.
So it's your leap of faith, but remembering too, Mercury retrograde, we got to take that into account, but it's a great time to plan. It's a great time to see the steps that need to be taken.
And making things look pretty.
Yes.
Like doing the spring cleaning and everything, like the Empress is going to make everything just look beautiful and revitalized. And you don't have to buy a new couch to make your living room feel refreshed. You can do so much with that without having it be some massive expense.
This from a Taurus.
Yeah, I spend way too much money. So don't listen to me with that.